Hey guys, it's Lori. Just checking in, give you an update, try to clear some things up if I can, to the best of my ability. Um, Today is VLCD 10, and let me kind of give you my stats. I don't have any notes, but I do have my logbook in front of me, so I'm trying to think when I checked in last. I think it was Friday. Let me see. I think it was. I think I was at 131.4. Okay, so going into Mother's Day weekend, let's start there. Um, Mother's Day is not a good day for me. I don't know if anybody remembers my vlog from a whole year ago or not, but I I go into a depression on Mother's Day. That's the one day of the year that I just go into this deep depression for some reason. And last year was the first year I really admitted it and tried to deal with it as far as figuring out why. I never really figured out why, but and as near as I can figure, it's just a day that I just feel unappreciated for some reason. I don't know. I feel sorry for myself. I feel taken for granted, and it's like, who invented Mother's Day? You know, it's like this day that somebody invented just to magnify that unappreciated, taken for granted feeling. Is that what it's all about? No, it's not what it's about, right? But I don't know. And I found out last year when I mentioned it on my vlog, I talked about it on my vlog, I found out that I'm not the only one. So it was nice to know that I'm not alone in that. So I'm not, losing my mind or anything. I'm not, I mean, I used to be on medication, antidepressants, for a long time. And then since I've done HCG, I don't know if it balanced out some hormones or what, but I haven't needed them. I do take St. John's wort and 5-HTP, but I was taking Paxil, and I hated it. I hated it because I mean I didn't care about anything. You could have taken a crap in the middle of my living room and I wouldn't have cared, you know? Okay, maybe that's a bad example, but it's true. I didn't care about anything. So anyway, I couldn't wait to get off that. Tried putting cold turkey. That was a bad idea, just so you know. Um, so anyway, I finally got off of that, and since doing my HCG, I don't need them anymore. So, but that one day a year, Mother's Day, it just, I don't know, it just sets me into a depression. And last year, John and I talked about it, like really talked about it for the first time. We had never talked about it before. He's always known that Mother's Day pretty much sucks because I'm going to be a bitch all day. But last year, I cried like all day long. So we talked about it. And he decided that this year he was going to take kids away for the weekend and give me a weekend to myself. And it didn't work out. He wasn't able to do that. There was too many things going on. So he took him to a Toledo Mud Hens baseball game Saturday night. And it was Star Wars night. So, Hayden had to go see that. So him and all three of the boys went to the baseball game. I should show you the picture. Let me show you. Okay. I have it in a baggie because Hayden likes to walk around and play with it. Check it out. Chewbacca and Princess Leia with Hayden. Okay. Anyway, way off the subject here, huh? So while they were at the baseball game, I don't know what it was, but all day Saturday I was just mad. I was angry. And I guess it was because Mother's Day was the next day, and I knew I was going to be depressed, and it was just that impending, the feeling of impending doom or whatever. I don't know, but I was really angry. And when they left for the baseball game, I decided to binge. I didn't really binge. I can't even say I binged. I just ate some junk that I shouldn't have eaten. And I continued to eat it throughout the evening while they were gone. And I didn't like stuff myself or anything, but I don't know. And afterwards, I didn't feel bad or anything. I don't know. It's like I felt like I deserved it, make myself feel better. Emotional eating. That's what it was. And I have to say that I have never been able to say that I emotionally ate. But Saturday night I did. And I wasn't sad. I was mad. But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what goes on in my head and my emotions on Mother's Day. So anyway, Mother's Day came around in the morning. I decided to weigh. I contemplated for about a minute not weighing, but I decided to weigh, and I was up 1.8. And when I saw that I was up 1.8, I was kind of like, okay, that's not bad. I can deal with that. I can take that off in a couple days. I'm going to take that off in a couple days. So I pretty much set my mind to it. And I believed that I would take it off in a couple days. And let's see, I'm looking for Monday. Here we go. On Monday, I was down 1.2. So I thought that was a pretty good start to taking it off in a couple days. Then the next day, yesterday, I was up 0.2. No reason. I just was. And I didn't really think too much of it because, with the 1.2 drop the day before, I was all right with 0.2. Then today, I got up and weighed, and I was down 1.6. So it's like, oh, I can handle that. That works for me. So anyway, I'm at 130.8. If it wasn't for that cheat, I'd be in the 120s now. So, yeah. I'm not kicking myself for it or anything, though. I don't even really know how I feel about having done that. But I did it. I admitted it. And there you go. So there's my stats. Hopefully it wasn't a confusing, jumbled up mess. Okay. I want to address Andy from Florida, Mr. Freckles 0407. She was asking some questions. She had a vlog yesterday or the day before saying, you got some splaining to do, people. That's not what she said, but somebody explained to me or something like that. She said, why? That was in the title. But she was wondering about everybody doing the disabling their comments or not weighing or experimenting. Just the different things that people are kind of doing. And I can't speak for any of the other stuff, but I can say that as far as the experimenting, my experiment that I'm doing, I just want to make it really, really clear, not just to you, Andy, but to everybody, that I don't consider this a round. I don't. Because like Andy said, when you do P2, you're either on P2 or you're not. Which is it? Okay, that's true. I totally agree with that. But I don't consider this a round. I really just consider it me experimenting around with different things to help me lose this weight without having to do a round. So, but I am incorporating some VLCDs using HCG into it. So is that wrong? I think it's wrong because my body doesn't really care for it much. So I'm going to finish out this P2 like I said in my last video. I'm going to finish out this P2 until I get to my comfort zone, somewhere around 125 to 128 area. I only have, I think, 7, I have to count to be sure, injections left. And that's all I have. I don't have any more HCG in the house, except for the pellets, and I'm not going to use those. I'm going to finish out what I have, and if I don't need all of them, that's okay too. I'm just going to finish this out doing P2, and then I'm going to go into a proper P3. Because I said this in my last vlog, and Susie has now said it in her most recent vlog. I don't recommend this to anybody. I really don't. This whole going in from VLCDs one week straight into high fat the next week, then back into VLCDs the week after. I personally do not recommend it because it tears up my stomach when I go into the high fat, and then when I go on VLCDs, it just tears me up as far as exhaustion and oh my god, So I don't recommend it at all. So I'm going to do the traditional P3, and then I'm going to go a little bit slower into keto and maintain with keto, because I do really like the keto way of eating, the low carb, high fat way of eating, and it's a really good way to maintain. So for me, it is. It's not for everybody. You know, a lot of people aren't going to like it, but I got to ease my stomach back into that, I think. I'm not going to slam a bunch of fat into it right away like I did with my experiment that I was doing. So I hope that cleared up a little bit of confusion at least. But anyway, I don't think your questions were necessarily directed at me. I think it was just general. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, I guess that's about it for now. Okay, see ya.